I have a question for you. Are your assumptions secretly creating your reality? Amy, this is Awakening with Amy, where we help awaken your ideal life from within so you can be, do, and have any desire. What if your unconscious assumptions are shaping your entire life experience? That means it's not about the circumstances. It's not about the past. It's not about your actions, what you do or don't do. But your entire reality is being molded and shaped by your assumptions. So you either can be aware and awake to what they are or allow them to run on autopilot. How often do you find yourself saying things like this? Well, that wasn't meant for me. Not my destiny, not my fate. It's just the way life is. It is what it is. They are who they are. Any statement like that is denying the truth, the higher truth, that you and you alone are the creator of your reality. So those statements are revealing hidden assumptions you have about yourself. Neville Goddard put it this way: your assumptions, conscious or unconscious, direct all thought and action to their fulfillment. Your assumptions, it's an assumptive world. What are you assuming to be true? Are you aware or unaware? Because that is what is directing you to make the choices, the decisions that you're making. Remind yourself that only through an uncritical observation of your life can you get to the root of what you're believing and assuming to be true. Carl Jung, the psychologist, put it this way. He said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Neville and Carl Jung totally talking about the same message, that it's not the outer appearances, the outer world, the people, what you've been through, what you're going through now, that matter. It's what are you assuming? How are you relating to the people, to the circumstances? That does matter. That's what you want to be bold enough to uncover, because your assumptions are conclusions that you have made about your life. They are not fixed. They are not final. So when you put your attention and your focus on the outer world, on the circumstances, stressing out about them or trying to problem solve, now you're saying to the universal energy that you believe, you're assuming that that's a fixed reality. And anytime you feel any kind of negative emotion or resistance, is pointing to a story that you're holding about yourself, an assumption that's rooted in I am not. I am not enough. I am not worthy. I'm not there yet. So you're always going to be focused on what do I need to do to be more, instead of understanding that that assumption that you have to do more keeps what you desire and what you want in the future, and the future never comes, right? You may blame the people, you may blame the past, and believe me, I know some horrible things happen, I get it. But what if it's not about any of that? What if it's only about you, how you are relating to them? When we're coming from that human egoic perspective, we're always going to see limitation. That's part of the game of life. We come in believing that we're limited, believing that not everything is possible, and that's okay, because we need that voice in order to expand. We need to hear that voice. Because how would we know love if we didn't know fear? How would we expand into more if we didn't know less? Remember, the universe is neutral. It's only ever saying yes to what you are agreeing to. It doesn't have any power to discern for you or to create for you. It's working through you as you. Really let that sink in. It's not about judging yourself. It's not about guilt. It's not about regret. It's about the opposite of that. It's about letting all that, those bogus assumptions that you have to be chained to those ideas or chained to any past decision. It's about being new in this now moment. How you make any decision is going to reveal what's motivating you. I am or I am not yet. And one of you asked me this really good question. You asked, you wanted a raise at work, and you said, how do I ask my boss for a raise? And it seems like that the circumstance was out there somewhere external, that, okay, I have to get my boss on board. I have to tell him why I'm worthy of this raise, when the real negotiation isn't with your boss. The real negotiation is first within you. Do you feel worthy to receive that raise? Do you feel that that raise is already yours before you even set up the meeting with your boss? What are you assuming to be true for you? Do you want that raise to make you feel worthy, or do you already feel worthy before it happens? Every desire is a divine urge for you to know more of your power, of yourself as creator, instead of seeking out there for validation. So, how do you know what you're assuming to be true? You have to be willing to look at, what is my inner conversations? What am I focusing my attention on? What are my thoughts and feelings telling me? Because your thoughts and feelings aren't real. They're only revealing what you're assuming to be true about yourself. They're not revealing the possibilities that are always here right now. And what you're imagining, what you're focused on, is revealing the identity with which you are fused. Think about that. You're either stepping in as, I am the creator, 100% responsible. Not responsible like guilt or negatively, like, oh, I should have done this or I should have done. No, responsibility as far as, no, I am taking ownership of my life. I'm taking the reins right now, and no longer going to allow myself to be tethered to past ideas, past assumptions. I'm going to investigate. I'm going to make the unconscious conscious. I am creator, nothing else outside of me. So the way out is what Neville Goddard said. Make the elsewhere here and the future now. It's focusing your attention without the effort. It's not resisting what is, embracing it all, inviting it all in, and then choosing who you prefer to be now. How you speak to yourself, how you speak to others is always going to reveal to you what you're imagining to be possible, what identity you're fused with. So to manifest what you desire is not about the desire itself. You're always manifesting who you are being. So it's not about controlling the outer world or controlling your thoughts or feelings. Focus on the end. What is your end? It's always going to be at the essence, at the core, your fulfillment, your expansion, your desire to live more abundantly. So going back to the raise, do you feel natural getting that raise? Do you feel worthy right now? That's what you want to ask yourself. Negotiate with yourself and let anything that feels constricting or restrictive, let that go. Let that identity go, because if you want to manifest, it's all about experiencing yourself in a new way. You have to let go of the chains that tie you to past ideas that are no longer serving you, and embrace it all. Eager for more, okay, be okay with everything. Judge not by the appearances, but with righteous judgment. And righteous judgment means consulting that inner you, that inner being that's always connected to the love that you are and is there to show you the way. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for liking and sharing the video. Thank you for subscribing if you haven't already. And thank you for your comments. I love hearing from you. And until next time, see you soon.